Hey, thanks again for tuning in to LeroyScott.com. I want to talk about domestic violence. You know, for 15 years of my life in private practice, I've seen several situations concerning people involved in domestic violence. It's one of the most horrific issues that goes on in relationships, and it should not be. If you're in a domestic violence situation, what you need to understand is you've got to get safe. You've got to be safe. You've got to get to a safe place. If you're coming out of a domestic violence situation, you know, sometimes people that have issues related to domestic violence, what they do is try to work out their relationship. And if you're trying to work out your relationship and you've got a history of domestic violence, then I want to tell you something. I want to be real clear about it. You've got to find new ways to communicate. What you've been doing and the way you've been doing it is simply not going to work. You know, love really doesn't hurt, especially physically, emotionally, psychologically hurt the people that it loves. And what you've got to understand is that if you continue to do what you're doing, you'll never get the relationship that you really want. One of the elements of domestic violence is about control. And I want to say to you on this broadcast right now that you've got to understand that you can't control the life of another person. Everybody has a choice, and they can make their choice independent of what anybody else thinks. You can only be free to love when you really understand that you're not in control of anybody else's life. Love is a beautiful thing. Marriage is a wonderful thing. Relationships, you were meant to be in relationships. You were designed for relationships, but you were designed for healthy relationships, not a relationship that's controlling, that's abusive. I want to say to you again, if you're in a domestic violence situation, you need to get in a safe place. You need to get help. If you're working out your relationship and you've got a history of domestic violence, I want to help you find new ways to communicate and to interact with one another so that you can get the results that you really want. I want to help you to live the life you want and have the relationship you deserve. Thank you for tuning in to Leroy Scott TV.